What is temporary protected status? Temporary protected status, or TPS, is a humanitarian program in the United States that provides temporary protection from deportation and legal work authorization to nationals of specific countries designated by the U.S. government. These designations are granted on a country-by-country basis and are reserved for situations where returning nationals to their home country would be unsafe or impractical. Circumstances that trigger TPS designations include ongoing armed conflicts, environmental disasters, or other extraordinary and temporary conditions that make the country unable to adequately support the safe return of its citizens. The U.S. Department of Homeland Security, DHS, is responsible for designating and managing TPS for individual countries. When a country is designated for TPS, the designation is accompanied by specific dates that outline eligibility requirements, including the date by which an individual must have entered the United States to qualify. For example, a country may be designated for TPS due to a devastating hurricane, and nationals of that country already in the U.S. by the designation date can apply for TPS. Importantly, TPS is only available to individuals who are already present in the United States when their country's TPS designation is made or updated. It is not a program that allows people to enter the U.S. after the designation. Eligibility for TPS is determined by a combination of factors. To qualify, applicants must be nationals of the designated country or, if stateless, demonstrate habitual residence in that country before coming to the U.S. This habitual residence standard applies to individuals who may lack formal nationality but have long-standing ties to the TPS designated country. Dual nationals who hold citizenship in the designated country and another non-designated country may face additional scrutiny, as they must demonstrate that the TPS designated country is their primary home, or that returning to the other country is also unsafe or impractical. In addition to nationality or habitual residence, applicants must meet requirements for continuous physical presence, CPP, and continuous residence, CR, in the United States. These requirements ensure that TPS benefits are only extended to individuals who have been present in the U.S. without significant interruption since the date specified for their country's designation. While short, authorized absences, such as emergency travel with advance parole, may not disqualify an applicant, extended or unauthorized departures could result in the loss of eligibility. Applicants must also demonstrate good character and pass security and background checks. Individuals with certain disqualifying factors, such as serious criminal convictions, multiple misdemeanors, or posing a security risk, are ineligible for TPS. Background checks are conducted to ensure that TPS applicants meet the program's strict criteria and do not pose a threat to public safety. The application process for TPS involves submitting Form 1-821, Application for Temporary Protected Status, to U.S. Citizenship and Immigration Services, USCIS, along with supporting documentation and any required fees. Supporting documentation typically includes proof of nationality or habitual residence, evidence of continuous physical presence and residence in the U.S., and any other relevant records. Applicants can also apply for an employment authorization document, EAD, which allows them to work legally in the U.S. while holding TPS. One of the key benefits of TPS is that it provides protection from deportation. TPS holders cannot be removed from the U.S. while their status is active, which offers a critical safeguard for individuals who would otherwise face dangerous or unlivable conditions if returned to their home countries. TPS also grants work authorization, enabling recipients to support themselves and their families. Additionally, TPS holders can apply for advance parole, which allows for temporary travel outside the U.S. and lawful re-entry, though this must be approved in advance. Despite these benefits, it's important to note that TPS is a temporary status and does not provide a direct pathway to permanent residency or citizenship. TPS designations are reviewed periodically, usually every 6, 12, or 18 months, and can be extended or terminated depending on the conditions in the designated country. If a TPS designation is terminated, individuals lose their status and must either find another legal basis to remain in the U.S. or leave the country. TPS recipients and advocates often highlight the program's importance as a humanitarian lifeline while also pointing out its limitations. Many TPS holders have lived in the U.S. for years, contributing to their communities and building lives but without a direct pathway to permanent residency, they remain in legal limbo. Some legislation has been proposed to address this issue by offering pathways to permanent residency for long-term TPS holders, but these efforts have yet to become law. In summary, Temporary Protected Status, TPS, is a vital program that provides temporary relief to individuals from countries facing extraordinary crises. It offers protection from deportation and work authorization, allowing recipients to live and work in the U.S. while their home countries recover. However, its temporary nature and lack of direct pathways to permanent status present challenges for recipients seeking long-term stability. For those navigating the TPS process, understanding the requirements, deadlines, and limitations is essential to securing and maintaining this important protection.